Last month, Trump announced new banking non-discrimination rules, saying banks had unfairly treated conservatives and firearms-related businesses. Some banks were quick to make changes before the order was even signed, others not so much. Now, only 1 day after being publicly called out by the National Shooting Sports Foundation, JP Morgan has announced changes to their policies. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In August, Trump signed the Guaranteeing Fair Banking for All Americans executive order. The order correctly claimed that financial institutions had been engaging in unfair practices, restricting financial services on the basis of political views, religious beliefs, or lawful business activities, particularly around constitutionally protected rights. Some also participated in government-directed surveillance activities around those rights. The results were frozen payrolls, debanking, debt, and loss of public trust in these institutions. So this executive order gave banks 180 days to reverse course. You could argue that perhaps outside of the conservative or Second Amendment sphere, this didn't get enough publicity for it to be well known. But the size of JP Morgan makes it pretty unlikely that they weren't aware of this order that was signed over a month ago. And yet, after the order, they denied essential banking services to Brandon Maddox, the founder and CEO of Silencer Central. But before I get into the details on that and their mad dash to backtrack, I'd like to thank a friend of this channel that helps provide a different kind of investment service to gun owners. I'm at the Ammo Squared booth right here at the Goals event, and I just had a talk with founder Dan over here, and Ammo Squared is this amazing ammo subscription service where you can get any ammo that you want. There's 70 calibers to choose from on any friendly monthly budget, whether it's 1 round, half a round, a whole box, 20 boxes, 100 boxes. I don't know what you're doing out there, but as much ammo as you could possibly want or need to resist tyranny in Minecraft. So make sure to say thank you to Ammo Squared. Now, back to Maddox. Maddox sent an email to JP Morgan's Wealth Management Division to inquire about services. He asked if the bank works with companies in the firearms industry. A senior associate and wealth planning specialist wrote back denying him services and telling Maddox, "We apologize, but unfortunately we are prohibited from working with entities and associated individuals that are in the category of arms, ammunition, and explosives. Sorry for any confusion." Short, simple, to the point, and against new regulations from both the president and orders from the Office of the Comptroller of Currency, or OCC. Maddox serves on the NSSF's Board of Governors, so he was able to throw his weight around and publish the emails via a write-up on the foundation's website by Mark Oliva. Maddox's business is also based in South Dakota, where his 2 senators are Senate Majority John Thune and Senator Mike Rounds, who sits on the Senate Banking Committee. Yikes. The day after the email went public, someone much higher at JP Morgan reached out to Silencer Central claiming that they can and want to do business. This time, the very senior executive wrote, "JP Morgan Chase does, in fact, bank companies in the firearms industry. I would love the opportunity to talk to you about how our firm might support your business." Again, short, simple, to the point, and a complete backtrack. Was it due to the publicity or just very coincidental timing? Who knows? It doesn't really matter. Earlier this year, I highlighted a similar reversal by Citigroup. Clearly, both of these are due to changing regulations, and without those changes, likely they would have continued beating to the anti-gun drum. And to a degree, I get it. They faced pressure from previous administrations, the media, and the gun control lobby to take responsibility for stopping violence committed by perps with guns, the nebulous, overstated threat of conservative domestic extremism, and were blamed for criminals being able to purchase guns. None of those things they're at fault for, nor do they have any responsibility. But due to public and executive pressures, they operated under a vague order of so-called reputational risk criteria that pushed a woke agenda because the loudest voices in media, politics, and social media world found guns, Bibles, and anything conservative to be distasteful. But religion is a protected right, as are guns. Both are perfectly lawful, and politics doesn't have a place in banking, especially when the goal, started back under Obama with Operation Choke Point, was to basically turn conservatives and firearms businesses into financial lepers. It is one thing when a singular private entity makes business decisions based on their values. It's something different entirely when they are doing it at the behest of unconstitutional orders from the government. Of course, as I said in my video on City, the next guy could come in and undo all of this, and it would go right back to the way it was. But for now, no matter the motives, it's a good thing. That is it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. A little sprinkle of some good news in some otherwise dark times. You guys know the drill for all of the algorithm things. Please do them, and as always, thanks for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and happy shooting.